If what you've been passionate all your life is medicine, and you feel like there's nothing that would give you an everlasting joy if not medicine, then I would advise that it might be delayed, but each year gives you some sort of experience, and each year, make up the beautiful story that you're going to tell at the end of the day.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's your wonderful Arabic Zain here. I hope you all are doing fine. This is another interesting edition of our video. And in today's episode or edition of our video, we are going to be having a conversation with the principal of Smartech High School Agege. So let me quickly run through the profile of the person we are going to be bringing to you guys today. His name is Mr Sanni AbdulQudus Ajibola. AXA, that's his nickname. He's the former president of ICRD, meaning International Center for Reconstruction and Development. There are a lot of things to tell about this man. Don't worry, I don't have to waste my time, as he's going to be taking us through his biography and so many other things like that. So do not forget to like, share, subscribe as usual, and follow us more content. Assalam.
I am Sanni AbdulQudus Ajibola. I am an active member of the board of directors of Smartech High School, and also I am the principal of Smartech High School. I earned my first degree at University of Benin in Business Education Accounting option, and currently I am running my master's program in National University Nigeria. I'm studying administration and planning in education. I am also a public speaker, a career consultant, a coach, and also a mentor. And also I own a certification, or I earned a certification rather, in ALINSIN, identifying specific learning deficiency, that is in special education. I've always been a passionate and also enthusiastic teacher all my life, and I've been teaching for the past 11 years. All right, so the cause of mass failure in recent examination, just like we had the UTME results released, some couple of hours ago, and we could see the turnout of the results and how students, failed massively from the statistics that was released by the JAM Admission Matriculation Board. And I remember I was having a conversation with some of my students today as regards to the result, and also the possible factors that might have aggravated or caused that. And I was able to, keep down to two things. The first one is the student level of preparedness towards examination. Sometimes the mentality of the reaction of students towards the preparation for the examination, it is what is not expected. And if you're not prepared for that examination, it's almost possible that you do not meet, the success that you want at the end of the day. Another intriguing thing that might have been the cause of mass failure, it is also the social factor. Let me just put it that way, the social factor. We could see the increase in the use of social media these days, and how the youth, especially the teenagers, have been lost in a world of social media and also social network medias as well. So the likes of WhatsApp, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikToks, and more like that. I, as a teacher, we have experienced many of those things. Students will be given assignments to do, and at the end of the day, they are going to have flimsy excuses of not doing their assignments. And it's as a result of what they are investing their time on. Students do not have quality time to invest in education, but they have time to invest in shabby or wasteful things. So I believe that those two things are the core things that are actually causing mass failure in examination. The level of preparedness towards examination, the lack of preparation and level of preparedness of students towards examination, and also the social media influence on the part of the teenagers as well too. So for me, for now, I think those are just the two germane things that are actually, the result of mass failure in examination recently. Okay, I think happen to identify a problem. One beautiful thing is also to be able to provide solution to it. And I think that there needs to be a shift in the mentality or the mindsets of the students as regards to how students view their examination. Some of them view the examination as a means to an end, not as an end to a means. You understand that? And I think with that approach, it really does not make any sense at all. Student needs to have a change or a shift in mentality as regards to, why am I preparing for this examination? What do I need this examination for? And the success of this examination, what more does it tell about me and also my personality? So then think less about that. And I think that is why they prepare less, or they put lesser or no effort at all in preparation for examination. So I think that the mindset of the student needs to change. There needs to be a total change in the mindset and also the way students view or approach examination. That is one. And also, I think that the parents also have many things to do as regards to the restriction and also the measures that needs to be put in place as regards to the use of social media by the student as well too. Many students that are not eligible or qualified to use phones are already using phones, and also they've been on the different social media spaces or social internet spaces as well too. You're going to see a teenage of 13 years old or 14 years old on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and more like that. All of those things are going to be a distraction out to them. It will not aid their learning, neither will it help them. So I think those two things are the possible solution we could be looking at preferring for that as well too. Apparently the fundamental factor, or okay, maybe let's reconstruct it to this way. Probably apparently the main reason for student failure or school. Now it goes in both ways. It's a relative question, and there are different approaches to that, or there are different answers that many many teachers or many learners or educationists will probably give to that. We are going to say parents also has a share in that as well too, and also the school also has a share. But which one has a bigger contribution or a bigger influence is what really cannot be defined. But each both parties has a share in this. Parents can be a factor to a child's failure. It depends on how that child is raised. It depends on what that child is felt with. You understand that? And also the level of preparedness of the child towards education ahead. So parent has a huge part to play. And also the school also is another institution or another entity that also has a bigger influence also on a child's performance or academics or education as well, whichever way you're going to put it. Now, the content of what is being taught in school matters. There are many schools that we have that they are, the level of their teaching is not standard. It is below standard. We could view it from the content of the material that is used. We could view it from the content of the knowledge of the lecturers or the teachers that is passing the knowledge or the information across. We could also boil it down to the management or the administrative planning of the school as well too. All of this can be a factor that can contribute to a child's failure. So we are not going to take away anything. I would not, because I'm a teacher or because I'm an administrator or because I'm an educationist, now ascribe all of the blame to the parents. No, I'm also, in as much as as I'm an administrator, I'm also a parent as well too. So we are going to there are equal, how do I put it? There are equal blame to both parties, and in as much as there are equal blames to both parties, there are also equal contributions that both parties can also have. Do you understand that? In the progression of the child's education. So that's it. All right, so I think that question is, it's the normal narration for every illiterate. I pardon the use of my words, but I say that because as an educator, it's hurts me so much knowing what school has done in the conventional or in the contemporary, in the contemporary world rather, knowing how much school has contributed to the world at large, and referring the effort of school as a scam. It's something that sometimes is so piercing. And I think that people just need to understand that school has provides, essential learning opportunities. It has equipped many life, and also it has provided critical thinking, and also it has granted many opportunities to the world or to us at large. So for the fact that some would think that school is a scam for the virtue of the amount invested in school, you understand? I think that is the angle that many people come from. Because of the money that is invested in school, people call it a scam. And the beautiful thing is that there is no amount that is worth the value of education. Absolutely. There is no amount of money you can pay that is worth the amount, or that is what's the value that education or that knowledge that education or school is going to give to you. So believing that school is a scam is not a narrative that we need to start passing across, because school has helped equip, it has helped create opportunities, it has helped expand the critical thinking and also ability of the young minds, everybody at large or the world at large. And also for the fact that we understood what school has contributed, or let me just narrow it down to what education as a whole has contributed to the development of the world. It is enough for us to see it as a reason why school is not a scam. Education has contributed, or education contributes to every sector, every aspect of human life and also development. Even if you are into Yahoo, the technological devices that you're using, the idea of the invention of the technological devices is as a result of what? The schooling and also the education system. The smartphone that you're using, it is birthed altogether, or it is an etymology, or it originates from the school that you actually call a scam. So how then is school a scam? How then can the value of education, how then can it be paid or can be met? So school is actually not a scam. For those that are going in alignment with the narration of school is a scam, it is because they really do not understand the importance and also the essentials that education has done, or that school has done for the world at large. Okay, and this is one thing I tell everybody. Certification is important. And the only reason why certification is important in this current world that we have, because it gives you some sort of leverage. It gives you some sort of accessibility to certain firms' industry and to certain position. And that is what school certification does to you. In as much as skill is important, certification for also skill acquisition as well too. It is also certification. The acquisition of skill qualification, it is also certification. So even if you're not going to agree with the fact that school certification gives you leverage, the skill acquisition certification would also be giving you a leverage at some point in time. So the one thing that I tell people about the importance of school certification, it is because of the leverage it gives to you, and because of the accessibility it also ensures you when opportunity comes in the future. And that is just it. So school certification is important because it gives you leverage, it gives you accessibility, and also it creates opportunity for you. Also, certification for skill acquisition as well too is another level of leverage, or is another, it's another leverage entirely. If you have a skill, it's also enough that you get certified in that skill that you have. So certification gives you leverage in a nutshell, and also it creates accessibility and also opportunities for you. Okay, so what would be my advice for a student who has passion for a career path, and possibly he or she is not good at that career path and is good at something else? So more like, how do you balance between talent and work sort of questions that students most times ask. And It is as simple as passion is one very key thing. And with your passion, there are many things that are attached to it. I am where I am today because I am passionate about it. And with my passion, I was able to develop myself. What gives you an everlasting joy? It is the unending happiness that you find in whatever thing that you do. And that is not born out of anything other than what? Passion. So I think that a student should be able to craft rather his or her perfection around his passion, because your passion gives you an unending happiness. So passion for me is superior, because passion, doing what you're passionate about, is all about doing something. Even at your low, you're doing it like you're on top of your game. Even at your low, you're doing it better. So passion is very key. So I'll probably advise that a student try as much as possible to craft out his best with his passion. You understand that? You might be good at something and you're not passionate about it. I am not saying that, for me, from my own point of view, I'm not saying that in giving you an everlasting happiness. You might be good at it and you're not passionate about it. So passion has to do with, your mental, your emotional, everything that revolves around you goes in alignment with it. It gives you some sort of, unending happiness and everlasting joy. So it's most likely I advise students, and that is one thing I advise students most. Do whatever thing that you're passionate about. It gives you some sort of, everlasting joy and happiness. So for me, the advice should always be that students should always look for what they are passionate about. The more you do it, the better you become at it. And who knows, it might get you to the peak of your career or to the peak of the success. Hi, today, I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm passionate about it, because I'm so enthusiastic about it. I'm not at my best when I started, but along the line, I crafted, something out of it, and today I am where I am. So I think that passion is very key. Passion, drives everything that is coming. You understand that? So passion is the foresight on top of that. So I think that's very, very important. So as regards to a student that has been, seeking admission for a course, for many years, and he or she has not been able to, meet up with the requirement for the course, it is an individualism decision. You understand that? And discussions like this or advice like this would probably how would I put it, might probably break or make someone. And that is why we're always careful with whatever advice that we always give. And there are quite a number of students that are probably at this kind of situation, and they've made edgeway, or they've actually found an edgeway to that. So there are ways that you can go about it. First is, how dogged or rugged are you in securing admission into university for that particular course? Are you that passionate and solely, rugged or dogged with the fact that medicine is that course that I want to do? I'm just using medicine as a case study. If what you've been passionate all your life is medicine, and you feel like there is nothing that would give you an everlasting joy if not medicine, then I would advise that it might be delayed, but each year gives you some sort of experience, and each year, make up the beautiful story that you're going to tell at the end of the day. The only advice that I'm going to give to that person is keep working hard. Ensure that you cover up the mess and also the lapses that you left a year behind, in order to create an opportunity for you to secure the admission this year. So I would not discourage you to change your course if you're so dogged about it. I happen to be a victim of that. I wanted to study guidance and counseling all my life, but I waited admission for 3 years. I was unable to get GNC to my preferred university, so I had to do, an alternative course into University of Benin. I became, a business educator, or a business educator. Let me just put it that way. More like an educationist, and also I try to I try to look for a way to connect my certification to my passion. I started working on courses that can certify me as a counselor or a career consultant, or something that will give me a leverage in that thing that I'm passionate about. So I try to look for a link that will still make me to do what I'm passionate about, which I'm still doing. Being a teacher gives me the ability to counsel students, gives me the ability to mentor students, gives me the capacity and also the ability to also coach and also guide students as well too. So what I'm doing today, I am not deviating from my passion, from what I've wanted to do all my life. It is still what I'm doing today. Also for you, if there is an opportunity to get, if there is a shortcut to get to where you're going, I would advise that you take that route. But if there is no shortcut to get into that passionate place that you want to get to, I would advise that you wait. You're passionate, and also you keep on improving yourself every year till you're going to get the opportunities to study the course that you truly wanted to study. But one thing I will not discourage you is that I will not discourage you from doing that thing that you're passionate about and that thing you've always wanted to do all your life. Because I'm also doing what I've always wanted to do all my life. You understand that? So if you're so rugged and dogged about it, I'd advise that you wait. You understand that? Keep pushing. Delay is not denial. And that's just it. It might be delayed, but it's not going to deny you of that thing that you want to do. So it's not about how far, it is how well you're doing. It is not about the number of years that you used to wait. It is, the quality of what you're going to graduate with at the end of the day. So each year will definitely give you, a sweeter experience. Each year will definitely give you, something new. Each year will definitely give you, new lessons to learn. And also each year will create a step for you to get into where you're going to. Do not regard all of those years as a waste. Regard it as steps that you need to take to get to the destination that you're going to. So if you must wait. If you think there's another route to get into that place that you want to go to, please take that route. But if there's no route, please wait. So that's just it. Thank you very much.
So we use this medium to say Jazakumullah khairan to you all. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to implement what our lecturer said. And here I'm trying to say, school is not a scam. Don't let them deceive you out there. And if you are actually running after 18, okay, probably a course, like he said, do not give up. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to do it one day. Trust me, everything's going to be fine. You are going to be fine one day. Assalamu alaikum.